Well, United, I mean, just like, I want to beat out the Knicks. It doesn't mean...
I said somewhere.
And to be honest, I mean, maybe I'm cynical for being that. So, oh, look at this. This is the league record in Gabby Stadium. Look at this. See how close the wings are? Oh, actually, perfect. That's the real. It's the fortress. The fortress of Hills that right now. It's like 37 more games, 15 more goals. What the hell?
I said somewhere in the East to come into a sort of gap.
Yeah. It's who's set up to have a huge program. That's the fucking point. That's the... Because you could say, I mean, ask Dale, because you could say, could you United, but then, I don't know how big they are. I just know they put at the top, but...
Yeah. I was going to say, or if you want to be Arrow Canberra, try and...
Well, with no Canberra United Academy. Yeah. That's... Got Serbian Matilda McNamara on the bench. Gabriella Tejeda.
You might usually keep an eye on the Manly women's game for you.
Oh shit, I do have to do that. I do actually have some work to do, that is correct. I mean, you can if you're...
Might as well.
But... It's match of the shit, I've got to keep checking my phone too. Because they're actually... It's match of the rounds, they're actually...
That's right, yeah.
The account's actually tagging us.
Yeah.
Fucking spell your name correctly. That's good. So intro in. Yeah, got the film. So, I was talking to Megan, she said this scoreboard there. I'm like, well, that's stupid because you can't see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't realize that they put it, and Megan saying, what I'm saying, you should be bulldoze and racing start again. Bulldoze, Spartans, starting.
I agree.
Need a visual cue that.
Good evening and welcome to Blacktown Spartans. Radio Blacktown Spartans to the line.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for Football New South Wales League One Women's action. It's the match of the round for round 17. There's music playing in the background. There's McDonald's in the distance, so that means we could only be at one place, Spartan Park in Rudy Hill for Blacktown Spartans versus Inter Lions. Eric Subihana here with the commentary from the famous shipping container here at this venue in Rudy Hill. And two teams pretty close on the table, only two places and 5 points separating the Spartans from the visitors Inter Lions today. And for the Spartans, it's 2 wins out of their last 3 games and their last outing. Despite the defeat to Marconi, pretty decent result against the team that's currently in 3rd place, losing by 4 goals to 2 at one of the backfields out there on the Palace in Bosley Park. While for Inter Lions, they've had 14 days to think about their last outing. There was a bye last weekend, and before that, a bit unfortunate one for them as they lost 7-0 at Majors Bay to the league leaders, Hills United. Legendary Football New South Wales photographer Angela Depulbe is in position to take some photos. You can see those on the Football New South Wales League socials during the week. So let's go through the two lineups. And firstly, let's call up the lineup for the host, Blacktown Spartans. In goal, number 41, Ella Stewart. Then number 3, Eleanor Adaga. Number 4, I believe she's the captain, Angelique Lynch. Number 5, Mira Thomas. Number 9, Melina Visser. Number 10, Ride Mohammadi. Number 11, Lilia Sandich. Number 12, Paris Benuya. Number 17, Danielle Keller. Number 18, Jasmine Fisher. And number 19, Chloe Hain rounds out the starting lineup for the hosts. For the visitors, in goal for them, number 20, Ashley McIntyre. Then there's number 3, Belinda Anderson-Sharp. Number 5, Isabella King. Number 6, Zoe Katsionis. Number 7, Mia Michalizzi. Number 8, Ella Martins. Number 10, Kiara Kosha. Number 11, Hannah Chirac. Number 12, Jenny Hughes. Number 15, Emma Chu. And number 42, Heba El Sadiq. Spartans coached by Lachlan Raymond. Inter Lions coached by John DiBiase. And you could, just the way the fixtures have lined up, you could almost call this like an informal Rudy Hill Festival of football, because on the other side of the driveway here, just off Eastern Road, the Western City Wanderers Academy are currently hosting Illawarra Stingrays. And so we'll have pretty much simultaneous kickoffs right in front of us now with League One Women's, and at the other side of the driveway with NPL New South Wales Women's. So there we go. Ashley McIntyre, part of quite unusual kickoff routine. I thought the Spirit Up and Under featuring Sky Halmarek was a bit different, but you had Ashley McIntyre almost in the number 10 role to start positions by playing it forward, and Inter Lions have won the throw. And another throw in quick succession. Ashley McIntyre now safely back as the last line of defence. If you're perhaps less familiar with these two teams, it's normal kit for the Spartans, the orange jerseys with the black pattern on them. Inter Lions in their away kit, predominantly white with the blue and black pattern across the midriff. Here's Anderson Sharp for Inter Lions, and that's too long. Now, we will, of course, as we like to do, we like to go around the grounds. We will keep you up to date with the goals that are flying in across the Football New South Wales women's comps for this weekend. There's a full-time result in the top tier NPL women's featuring a team that not too long ago was in this division. That's Bulls FC Academy, and they've Liz Gray and the gang have absolutely stampeded over the kids from the Hunter Valley, defeating Newcastle Jets by 3-0. And that was the 2:40 p.m. kickoff at Northbridge Oval. Commentary there at Northbridge, another fine job done by a woman who long-time League One women's viewers will be familiar with. That is, of course, the Professor Melissa Muscat. And this is a rundown. Benuya down in front of the canteen, and she's defended well, I think, by Anderson Sharp. So as Lynch tries to challenge for it in the air, and Kosha tries to settle it for the Lions. Kosha again, and she's able to play it down the line. Hughes couldn't get it away from her opponents. Now Spartans with the ball. And Spartans, this is their third game in front of our cameras this year, and also the third game here at Spartan Park. Now, their first appearance on a stream game, they lost 1-0 to Marconi. That was in round 3. Their second appearance, more successful, defeating Blacktown City in the Blacktown Derby by 1-0. As Inter commit the infringement there. This is also Inter's third appearance in a League One women's stream game this season, following on from a 2-1 loss to Central Coast Mariners at their home ground, Majors Bay Reserve, where the media member immediately to my left, Justin Davies, was on commentary from ground level at Majors Bay. Gotta love a ground level call. And their second appearance in front of the cameras this season for Inter was, as that goes into the seats, and actually that's gone down the tunnel. But so we need a second ball, but Interline's second appearance in front of our cameras, a 0-0 draw against their fellow Lions of Bankstown City at Jensen Park. Now, there is some disbelief, shall we say, from the visitors, but it will be a free kick to the Spartans. Now, from the left side, it will be an in-swing and might go direct, actually. Takes a hop off the synthetic turf. And save hands from McIntyre. I mentioned Wanderers versus Illawarra, as in fact there might be a chance for Chirac, but good sweeper keeping work there from Ella Stewart. Well outside of a box. And clearing the ball, getting it to safety. But I did mention, of course, the game at the other side of the Rudy Hill football complex between Wanderers and Illawarra Stingrays, but also it appears that Blacktown Council is the place to be for women's football. Well, it's always the place to be, but you know what I mean. And because not too far away from here at Popondetta Park, it is the NPL Women's Match of the Round. And I like to call this the Culture Clash Derby, Mount Georgetown Rangers versus Manly United. So plenty happening in this area as McIntyre clears. Lynch, a decent header, I think looking for Benuya, but the Spartans number 12 not able to reel it in. Two teams trading jabs just in the early stages. It's 0-0 between Spartans and Interlions. Eric Subihana here with the commentary for the Football New South Wales League One Women's Match of the Round. You know, also, as we continue to go around the grounds, I like how this is previously the longer-term followers of New South Wales women's football. The games were played almost exclusively on Sundays. But as Benuya tries another run but can't keep it in. There's a fair bit of Saturday action in both this division and in the top tier NPL women. So I was actually present at the Arctic Circle yesterday afternoon for a 2-2 draw between Spirit FC and Sydney University. And as the temperature dropped, and actually hold on to that, back to this action here as it's a strong run. I think that was Hughes. Tried to get some kind of a shot away. But the former Blacktown City player not able to really test the Spartans goalkeeper. And Ella Stewart looks like she's going to wait till she's pressured before picking it up. And then she got sick of waiting. So looks like she's not really interested in the shorter option, despite the two centre-backs being next to her, either side of her. So she goes long instead. The target there. The target player was Danielle Keller. Couldn't reel it in. She presses, but Inter able to play it into opposition territory. And yes, also last night at a venue that I can only imagine was absolutely freezing, North Tarmara Recreation Area. Well, it was a case of you didn't want her, as former Tigers player Aideen Keane, now of Sydney Olympic, scored the winner for Sydney Olympic in a 2-1 win against the Tigers. Also, very interesting news for this division, League One Women's, as there's exchange of passes involving Anderson, Sharp and Martins. The attempted switch. Now, that was Visser. Actually, Justin, did Visser used to play for Inter? Yes, I got that. I remembered something, but Visser was able to win the throw, which will be taken by Mohammadi. Foot in there for Inter. And yes, for this division, League One Women's, and a very interesting score from, I think, yesterday evening down on the South Coast at Ian McLennan Oval. South Coast Flame, and their player Abigail Jordan dunking on SD Raiders. Flame beating Raiders by 1-0. And a scoreline of big interest to the league leaders, Hills United, because SD Raiders, the team closest to Hills, in second place, but Hills in their game, if they win their game against Camden Tigers, oh, look at that. Another game that's being played in Blacktown Council as the shot comes in, and good safe hands from Stewart. If Hills United beat Camden Tigers, they will go 11 points clear at the top of League One Women's. And, of course, Justin Davies currently has commenced his note-taking for this, the stream game in round 17 of League One Women's, but he'll be providing the summary of all the other games. That'll be available later tonight on the Football New South Wales League socials. Good tracking back there from Lynch. Out for a throw-in, but a good attacking area for Inter. That's Keller. And Visser's making an interesting run, but that's a smart header to prevent the through ball. Blocked by King. Now work back. And Katsionis to the fellow centre-back, who is Belinda Anderson-Sharp. And Inter can't keep it in, so Spartans throw, and I think that's right in front of their bench. Now, there's one KPI for this game. Player being caught by the ref, trying to take the throw too far in front of where it was actually meant to be taken. And yes, there was also a catch-up game in League One Women's on Wednesday night. And Blacktown City, I think all things considered, given league position, a good result, a 0-0 draw. They travelled up to the Central Coast, a 0-0 draw against the Mariners at Plume Park. Good result for City, I'd have to say. And I hope their players have defrosted from that night game at Plume Park in time for their game, which is they are away to Marconi. That was a 5 p.m. kickoff, just like this one. Good touch from Visser. Visser looking for Keller, but it's going to be hard for Keller to catch up to. So Inter regaining the ball. Nice work, and Katsionis wearing the armband for Inter. Now bounce back. There's Michalitzi finding Anderson-Sharp, and Anderson-Sharp has put Kosha under a bit of pressure. Still under pressure, but holds off 2 players, and then that's a strong tackle. Spartans have 3 forward in this attack, and Keller, and couldn't get to the ball before Katsionis. I think that's King. And Inter defenders getting plenty of touches early on. Being patient with the ball. Longer ball and a good header there. So in control with the Spartans once again. Now the press from Inter might have worked out here. And the ball aimed at Chirac, but that's good defending. Watch out for Hannah Chirac. She scored. She's actually the only Inter player to score in front of our cameras this season. So was it a cross? Was it a shot? Well, she'll tell you it was deliberate. Justin Davies doesn't know. He was the commentator for that game, but Hannah Chirac scoring a spectacular goal against the Mariners in front of our cameras back in round 6. As is Katsionis. And then patient play from the Lions. Now, Ella Martin's getting the shouts. It's work to Chirac. Chirac gets away from Mohammadi. Tries the through ball. That was aimed at Hughes, but Spartans read it well. And now Mohammadi for the home side. Now, intercepted by Michalitzi. This could be a chance for Hughes. Pass. She could have shot there. Maybe she should have. Still with Inter. Long range effort from Kosha. And straight at Ella Stewart. Chirac lunges. Now run at the defense. She finds Hughes. Hughes cannot lay it off, and that's Lynch deciding to go sideways, and it's cleared onto the hill where this commentary position is situated. And there's also, if you're wondering what that glow is, well, the first time I've seen this, there's a new scoreboard to the right of our filming position. It's been there for about 2 weeks. It's kind of provides a nicer view for the fans who have congregated on the side opposite to us, the canteen side of Spartan Park, as this is aimed down the line. On the far side for Spartans. Looking to find room for a cross. Now it is clipped in. Michalitzi gets it away. enter with the ball. They're going direct, and Hughes might have got the jump here. The bounce does favour her, although she had to hold her on. Nice ball from Hughes. Find the option out wide. That's Heba El Sadiq. Cut back to Chirac. Chirac wants it on her left boot. She's closed down. She might get the shot away. It's decent, and it's in from Hannah Chirac. And she was so calm. Under pressure inside the box. Danced around a couple of defenders. Has put the ball out of reach of the keeper and into her. Planted their flag here at Spartan Park. They lead by goal to nil over the hosts. And it's a promising start to this away trip for the team from Sydney's Inner West. The ball over the top found Hughes. Hughes wasn't selfish. She saw El Sadiq in space on the right, and Heba El Sadiq played her part. Didn't just cross it in, saw that the cutback to Chirac was the best option. And Hannah Chirac with some lovely footwork, the kind of footwork that wouldn't look out of place on a futsal court. Well, Chirac has given into the lead. And McIntyre might have given it to the Spartans, but there's a loose touch, and, well, Spartans could still have a chance here with Thomas. Thomas getting the shouts from her teammates. Now, whipped in by Visser, but that's going to be over Vinuya. Will stay in, though. Vinuya will get to it. Right in front of the entrance gate to this venue. Vinuya does well to win a throw-in right by the corner flag. And that spectacular goal from Hannah Chirac has Justin Davies typing furiously. Let's see. Bounce back to the thrower. Low cross, blocked immediately, and it breaks for Kiara Kosha. Nice ball. Now lobbed up Jenny Hughes. Hughes looking to protect it. Now the runner, the ball down the near side, but it's covered by Mohammadi. Now Visser. And Visser decides to go back to one of the defenders. It's Lily Rosandic. Lynch lobs it up. Headed forward, aimed at Keller. And Keller is kind of eased away from the ball. So there you go. We do have an early-ish goal here. And for the Spartans. Actually, I'm just looking at the stats. Well, now that we're into... I like to break games down into 15-minute periods. We're into the second period of 15 minutes, and could be considered danger time for the Spartans. And we'll get back to that stat in a moment, as it's Vinuya down the line. There's a couple of options in the middle. Vinuya wants it on the right foot, lobs it in. It's a decent ball, and the handball is called against Keller. But yes, it's going back to kind of my research that I did pre-game. So if you're kind of more familiar with my commentary, yes, I do research. But between minute 16 and minute 30 of games this season for the Spartans, it's their most vulnerable period. They've conceded 12 goals in this part of the game. So certainly Lachlan Raymond will want his team to be very switched on when they don't have the ball. As El Sadiq wants the longer pass, goes behind her, and Rosandic finding Thomas. And Thomas, and now the ball aimed at Keller, but Inter have gotten the jump, and well, a little bit of hesitation between keeper and defence. Katsionis wanted McIntyre to pick it up, and she does eventually. Now that will just be straight at Ella Stewart. Shout from Vinuya. And again, another chance to run one-on-one against the defense. Again, at least gets past the defender initially, but wants it on that right foot. The cross is dealt with by the defense. Spartans look to recycle. Stepping up from the back here. And it's a little bit tight there, but does it break for Keller? It might. Vinuya. Now she'll shoot while it's blocked. Can Keller get a shot away? Does not. Katsionis is the one who clears. That's picked up for all that by Ashley McIntyre. Ericsson behind here with the commentary from Rudy Hill. Into lines, leading the Spartans by a goal to nil. That goal coming from Hannah Chirac. It's Hannah's. Well, look at this. Maybe Hannah Chirac might be petitioning the media to get into line in front of the cameras more often. 2 goals this season, both in stream games. Here she is, the goal scorer on the ball. Lobbed up. Now Hughes had a look to the assistant to see if she was offside, and the answer is yes. The flag goes up. Let's go through the 2 sets of substitutes. Firstly, for the Spartans, the backup keeper is Jamika Arteaga. There's also Priya Gakar, Ella Morris, Emma Ingerson, Rebecca Rodriguez, and Lauren Wick-Remaratne. For Inter's bench, Charlotte Woods, Madeline Timms, Elena Antich, Gabriela Ferreira, Emily Rose Saliba, and Georgina Sarkisian. Now, Justin, you got this. You look at the subs right in front of me. Which one's the Inter goalkeeper? Because one of them has to be a goalkeeper, as is my understanding of the competition regs. And Sarkisian scored this season, so I don't think it's her. It's not Antich either. I suspect Charlotte Wood wearing number 4. It's not her either. Okay, I've eliminated 3 of them. Saliba? Okay, let's go with that for now. As Lanuya, there's it blocked off there. He was getting a lot of touches in the early stages. And Lynch tried to find an option centrally, but Inter stand tall. And here's Martins, has to be quick. Good work from Spartans, and it's a good response after falling behind as well as Rosandic. Trying to find Keller. Rosandic. And that handball shout, well, it's not often you hear exactly one person shout handball and it be paid, but the ref has agreed. Spartans attacking set piece coming up. As this set piece is worked out by both teams. Yes, just to kind of recap the games for this round, which is round 17 of Football New South Wales League One Women's. Yes, as I said, yesterday, Flame really burnt SD Raiders' chances of the premiership with a 1-0 win at Ian McLennan Oval. That is a joke that'll never get old, but there's also 5, this is one of 5 games being played today in this competition. It's also Mariners hosting Sutherland, Marconi against Blacktown, Nepean against Bankstown City, as that is dipping, but watched all the way into the gloves by Ashley McIntyre. But yes, Nepean, the 5 p.m. kickoffs alongside this one, Nepean hosting Bankstown City, Marconi hosting Blacktown, Central Coast Mariners hosting Sutherland Strikers, and the 5:30 p.m. kickoff, so that'll kick off very soon, Hills United hosting Camden Tigers. St. George FC have the bye this weekend, so defenders around the league can breathe easy because Jordan Baker cannot terrorize any of you this week. Into set piece, Chirac. Gonna whip one in. And there's a smart run from Hughes, who almost got away from the defense. And battle of the number 12s, Hughes colliding with Benuya. Will go on with Chirac, digs one in, and it's cleared. I think that was Fisher with the clearance for the Spartans. Yes, they're so that revving engine chance to play Rudy Hill bingo. There's about 23rd minute. Who had 23rd minute to hear an unnecessarily highly revved engine on their bingo card? Well, whoever it is amongst you, you've won. Now, Venuya stolen in there, has an option centrally, who is Danielle Keller. Nice spin, shoots from range, and did that take a touch off the defense? Yes, it did, so that's going to be the Spartans' first corner of the game, not too long after Inter's first corner of the game. People unnecessarily revving engines, a McDonald's logo in the background. Could this get any more Western Sydney, Justin? I think not. Rosandic, Lila Rosandic. Left-footed central defender, and her left foot deemed to be useful for this upcoming set piece. She signals. Then she delivers to the far post and head, I think, first header from Inter. Not cleared though. And played back. Who's that touch off? Touch off Inter. So it's the Spartans keeping the pressure on. As I check my various group chats, unlike the other commentators, I actually think that's the time to check your phone. This is the best time to check your phone. You see what's going on around the grounds. But as you see this throw in from Lynch, and Visser can't get the header out, so goal kick. But another game, it's an NPL game, but it's featuring two teams who not too far long ago were in the second division. It's NSW versus Apia at the Village Green. Apparently, our Irish friend Dublin Dave Feeney said Ashley Croft versus Abbey 11 should be a great matchup. Yes, I agree, Dave. The update. It's also, looks like Apia being taught a lesson there in Kensington. The University of New South Wales leading by 2-0 over Apia. Angela Teppelbay behind the goal that Spartans are attacking now. She will move around the field to take photos from what she deems as the best vantage point. That's retrieved by Visser. She's in the right back position for the time being. And Keller didn't get that right. So now it's Schrack. And Schrack defended. Good defending by Keller. It's a lesson for all the kids. Good use of the body as well. And Keller didn't drop her head when she lost the ball. She won it straight back. New South Wales Women's Thompson will love some multi-screening. We'll go back to that thought. This is 1-on-3. Does get the shot away. It goes wide. And yes, your other women's football options on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. So yes, there's the 4 5 p.m. kickoffs from NPL Women's, which all of them streamed, of course, as is the way. I did mention University of New South Wales versus Apia at the Village Green. There's also Mount Georgetown Rangers versus Manly United. MacArthur Rams hosting Gladesville Ravens, and Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Illawarra Stingrays. Oh, by the way, it's definitely something there at the Village Green. Thank you. Yeah. Justin Davies has his laptop on. He's watching the streams now. 3-0 to University of New South Wales. Yes. Crunching tackle there. That was Chloe Hain. Strong. Yeah. Now Rosandich. Back to Hain. Ross. Well, not properly cleared, so Lynch shoots straight into a defender. Lynch and then has committed the foul. Now does this break for Chirac? And it might. She's got a chance, and she shoots and scores. She's done it again. Tricked her way past the defense. There's alert to the opportunity. And it's 2-0 to Interlines over the Spartans. Oh, it's looking like a great day out in the west for Interlions. Just watching the replay on my stream. It went over one of her teammates, but it's very sharp. Hannah Chirac is really up for this today. And a lovely little dink over Ella Stewart. It's Spartans 0, Inter 2. And there's also a big cheer coming from the other side of the driveway, so somebody scored in Wanderers versus Illawarra, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was Wanderers Illawarra, Justin. Yeah, because all the lights are off at the five-a-side field, so it wouldn't be anything going on there. Kanuya, quick enough to keep it in play. Cuts inside, decent ball to Thomas. Thomas, bit of a loopy first touch. Now, is the flag going to go up? It hasn't. Keller takes a tumble. It's just enough defending there. I think from Katsionis was strong against the bigger player. And Keller has prevented a shooting opportunity. Yeah, just an unfortunate stumble from Nikolici there. Mohammadi was sharp, plays the 1-2, and now Visser is open down the right-hand side. So this could be promising for the Spartans. She has options in the middle. Visser goes herself, and it's across the face of goal. Not for a goal here. Yeah, well, for the first time I'm wrong in the stream, it was 1-0. Still 1-0 to the Wanderers of the Illawarra Stingrays at the other end of the driveway. So we don't know what that cheer was for. Okay. Goal line clearance out of it. Big save. It's also 0-0 in the NPL match of the round, the Culture Clash derby between Mount Town Rangers and Manly United. Now through ball, and Hughes will get to this before the keeper. Hughes shoots and scores. It's 3-0 to Inter Lions. Again, the ball over the top does the damage. Jenny Hughes outpaces the defense and kept ahead with Ella Stewart rushing straight at her. It's Hughes' 4th goal of the season. What a lovely, composed finish. This is a performance that the visitors can take plenty of pride in, at least early on. And the Spartans 0, Inter 3, as yet more noise comes from Wanderers Football Park, and we don't know what that's for. Now, you can see it's one of the oldest synthetic pitches here, as Chirac can't keep it in, but yes, I did see just there will be some bobbles from time to time in this one of the older synthetic surfaces in the competition. Nikolici with a long-range effort, which just slammed straight into a defender. That's Ella Stewart, kind of, shall we say, imploring her teammates to give more effort? That'll do. I'd like to keep my job as commentator, so I won't repeat exactly what she was saying. Just the joys of YouTube streams. You can just click back and see whatever you've missed, but the story so far, it's all Inter Lions. Inter Lions, more like Inter Milan, am I right? But they are... I mean, come on, like as if that isn't the most obvious joke. That's clearly who they're named after. Now, anyway. I mean, I'm not a prisoner at the moment. I did say Inter Miami, at least, so... But, anyway, it's a... What was I? Anyway, yes, Inter Lions lead by 3-0 over the Spartans. A double from Hannah Chirac and a goal from Jenny Hughes. Another Inter reference. I did remind me the goal, the game I mentioned from last night, Tigers versus Olympic, of course, called by former Inter Lions player Annabelle Banfield. Yes. Made a seamless transition, did Annabelle, straight from playing to commentary. It's actually at the, this must have been the 2024 season launch, because I wasn't at this year's one. That also did Will Chase, putting the pressure on. And there's yet more cheering at Wanderers versus Illawarra. Why? Justin will tell us in a moment. But yes, it was actually at last year's season launch. I was there. Annabelle Banfield expressed a desire to do commentary. And I told her, well, you should tell the Football New South Wales media manager, Mark Stavroulakis, as in right now, do it now. Go up to him and tell him. So she did, and then she became a commentator. So the moral of the story for aspiring Football New South Wales media is you should listen to me. It works. What a lot of fun with football, actually, looking at the screen. All the lights in the background. It's not sure what that is at the building. I think it's the lights in the change room combined with the holes in the walls. That's offside against Visser, I think. But yeah. You get this light coming from the change rooms, the change room / canteen block. Also the headquarters, of course, not just for Blacktown Spartans, but for the Blacktown District Soccer Football Association. The body that administers grassroots football in this wonderful area, Blacktown City Council. Yeah, it makes the stream really nice. It has calmed down here because when I turned up at in this complex, something that's started happening this year, which is the kind of youth tournaments filling up all the fields here. But I think they're using many fields at Wanderers Football Park, even at the fields close to the Eastern Road with Anne Aquilina Reserve. There's just kids, so many kids, and cheering parents, cars everywhere. I barely even parked in the same suburb as this ground, to be honest. There's so many people here, but it's all calmed down now. Good work, good footwork there from Keller to find Benuya. The overlapping run is coming, so Benuya waits and plays in Daga. Daga back to Benuya. Nice clearance. Now, does the bounce favour Lynch? Does. Inter staying organised, forcing the Spartans back. Rossan Ditch tries the diagonal ball, and King was alert. Lynch off the torso, and Keller. Now Lynch, good ball to Visser, edge of the box, flags up. That's unfortunate because they'd strung some nice passes together. But the assistance flag ends that move. As I do like to wrap up kind of the recent action, we also did have the semi-finals for the greatest cup competition in the world, the Sapphire Cup competition for Football New South Wales women's teams. Both semis were on Wednesday. It is, as that might be taken over by the Spartans, but Visser overcooks the through ball. Yes. Also, I mean, as it continues to be Blacktown City Council, clearly the place to be for women's football, because one of them was just down the road at Wanderers Football Park, Apia Leica defeating the kids in red and black by 2-1 to book their second Sapphire Cup final appearance. And it will be a debut final appearance from Mount Druitt Town Rangers at Popondetta Park. They beat MacArthur by 1-0 on Wednesday night. The winning goal coming, I believe, from former League One women's speedster Rita Boateng, who went up to NPL with her team Mount Druitt after the end of last season. Good turn from Keller. Keller shoots. It'll be over the crossbar. Into playing short. Keller presses, but they find the open player. I think that's Anderson Sharp. So, to complete my thought in the Sapphire Cup final, yes, Mount Druitt Town Rangers versus Apia Leichhardt. Imagine trying to tell people in 2017, one, there'll be a women's knockout cup. They'll be like, finally. Two, it'll be featuring Mount Druitt and Apia Leichhardt, two teams who were in the third tier of women's football for New South Wales in 2017. That would be get a fair few raised eyebrows, but so much has changed in the intervening 8 years. There we go, and that's her final. Details to be confirmed, but it will be better be sometime in July. That's what I've been told, but I don't have a concrete kickoff time date and venue for that one yet. Good work from Benuya. In case anyone's wondering, so you've got the team sheet in front of you. It's spelled Vinuya, V-I-N-U-A, but I'm pronouncing it Vinuya. That's because she is one of my compatriots. She's Filipino, so I'm pronouncing her last name with the Filipino accent the correct way. Paris, not the only one of mga kababayan in the Spartans team list, because Jamaica, Spartans backup keeper Jamaica Artiaga, better get the name right, also Filipino. It's good to see there's more and more coming into the more and more players of Filipino descent moving into the Football New South Wales women's comps. There's the Hills, one of the Hills United young keepers, Alexis Tan, who's played for the Philippines under-18 team. There's her, and there's quite a few in the top tier NPL women's as well. Two in the wall. And McIntyre into shot stopper, concentrates. It's going straight to her, and she was sharp because Lynch was making a late run towards the near post, but McIntyre got there first, and that is a good goalkeeping. Now that's each player taking a tumble in the centre circle. It was Jenny Hughes, and the decision goes the way of the visitors. It's going to be Anderson Sharp, and in the end it going short as Inter pushed everyone back. Kosha to Katsionis. And Kosha deflects back, and now delivered. Good header from Rosandich. Now, that's an attempt to play it up from the back to the Spartans. Gaga, Vinuya, and Vinuya, good footwork. And then, oh, it's unfortunate. I mean, can the commentator's curse affect a player other than the player you've praised? Oh, anyway. Good footwork from Vinuya, followed off by an off-target pass from Lynch, Spartans captain. Lynch going back to the keeper. Actually good to see, although it doesn't. Yes, I'll get to that in a moment. Thank you, Justin. But that ball over the top of Rosandich, and not that much pressure, although actually Inter are trying, so Rosandich might need to play at it. And who was that touch off last? Off Inter for a goal kick. So well judged by Livia Rosandich. But yes, by the way, 0-0 in the NPL women's match of the round between Mount Druitt and Manly. It's Mohammadi. Flicked by Visser, goes back to Inter. Patient passing from Inter. Anderson Sharp, pressed by Keller, and the touch takes it away from Hughes. So here's Daga. Hughes is going to press. Daga as well. Now Vinuya. The 1-2 with Keller. And Lynch lunged. She's going to put him under pressure. The Spartans attacking throw coming up. Delivered from out wide, and a couple of interplays needed. Stop it getting to one of the attackers in the box. As that will be swept up by Chloe Hain. Well judged. And the line, Vinuya, a lot of action and a lot of balls to target it her way in the opening 45 minutes. Now putting the pressure on Anderson Sharp. Oh, that's great defending to play it out from the back. Can Inter make something of this? No is the answer. And Inter want some kind of decision. They will get it in the end. Now again from the back, and Katsionis has to hurry, but does that nicely to get around the press from Visser. Now aimed up to Chirac. Strong tackle. It's Hain. Hain gets it back from Visser. Now Visser, who's just dropped deep to help win the ball. Now she's got a big chase on, and well judged. Katsionis leaving it for McIntyre. Martins comes back, finds Anderson Shaw. And that will be half-time. It's looking wonderful for the visitors. Interlines at the moment, leading by 3-0 over the Spartans as the teams head into the dressing sheds. Hannah Chirac got them on their way at about the 10-minute mark. And some great quick feet inside the box and a precise shot. Chirac made it 2-0 as well, doubled her tally for the game by lobbing one over the keeper. And then Jenny Hughes made it even better for the side from Majors Bay Reserve, racing onto a through ball and lobbing the keeper to get into this commanding 3-goal lead as the teams head into the dressing sheds. Well, as I pose so that Angela Topolgay can take a photo of me, this is Eric Subihano with the commentary for the Football New South Wales League One Women's Match of the Round for round 17. We'll take a short break, about 10 minutes or so, then we'll be back for the second half. puts John DiBiase's side in a commanding position as we head into the second period. It's my usual halftime tradition, scanning the shirt numbers, seeing if any subs have been made at halftime. Of course, can be a bit tough with no fourth official in this competition. But give me about 5 or 15 or 20 minutes to figure that out. Yeah, you know. It's always tough when the benches are on the far side of the... sorry, on the opposite side to our commentary position as well, but we'll do our best. As there's Emma Chu. Done a pretty solid job, all things considered. Emma Chu was up against Paris Vanuya for a lot of the first half. And in fact, it looks like... Let me just check. Because there's definitely trying... If not a halftime sub, but at least move players around. So Lachlan Raymond, he as fellow Football New South Wales commentator Alex Molchov likes to say he's moved the magnets around at halftime, but we'll see. Let's get that potential sub, if there's been a sub, confirmed for you as quick as I can. Off the heel from Rosandic, almost finds a teammate. So it's Chu. Now moves sideways, and Chirac is the open player. Chirac delivering, and at the back post, El Sadiq behind off Rosandic. I believe that is into the second corner of the game. As usual, my corner stats are very, very unofficial. So don't take them as gospel, those of you who may be interested in the exact tallies of corners for some reason. Angela Depolbe in prime position to take the faux snaps of Hannah Chirac as she delivers the in-swinger, and that's not one of her best work. She had a good game with those 2 goals to get Inter on their way. That's quite uncharacteristic for the Inter and their level. Spartans go short. Mohammadi. And Vanuya, okay, so good to see the Filipino. Faris Vanuya still on the field. I think she's swapped sides. Okay, was getting worried there. It's okay. It's okay. Throw in aimed at Keller. Bounces off her. And Lynch intercepts for Interconjun to build a passing move. Rosandic, that's a nice ball. Visser made a good diagonal run. Needs some support. It's coming from Darga. She aims centrally and swept up by Katsionis. Solid in the center of defense for Interline so far as the Inter-captain. I guess that's why she's wearing the armband. Rosandic will get to this before Rosandic down the line. Darga. And the turn away from Chu, but Inter staying unorganized. It's Thomas goes back. And now Hain finding Lynch. Strong tackle, and then Lynch with a strong tackle of her own. El Sadiq. Darga, well, tried to find a teammate, instead gave El Sadiq another chance, and she's cutting inside, but tracked all the way. Mira Thomas getting the foot in there. Shout coming. Paris Vanuya. There's another chance to run with the ball, but she's deep inside her own territory and opts for the safer pass back to Mohammadi. That Vanuya won't catch up to that one. They eventually win out, and I think that's Jasmine Fisher. But Fisher now under pressure. Wins a throw by slamming it into an opponent. To go around the grounds at halftime. It's lovely having all these games on YouTube. Just to have a brief track of the scores. Also, and well done to you, Justin Davies. A little sneaky check to see if there are halftime uploads of goals in one of the other 5 game kickoffs in League One Women's. We had success. So at Cook Park, the one in St Mary's, not the one in Mount Pritchard, but it's Bankstown City leading by 2 goals to 0 over Nepean. We can report that is a double from Katya Badano. That has put Bankstown City in a good position heading into the second 45 minutes of the game there. even further west than it is here. Flag is up for offside against the Spartans. Going around the grounds in NPL. So I suppose we'll start with the game that's practically next door at half-time. Here goes my contractually obliged Mel Keith shout-out, because futsal superstar Alvina Maria Kashaba has another Mel Keith prodigy. There's so many in our state leagues, but she scored a long-range free kick. She was practically in the parking lot when she scored to put the Wanderers 1-0 up over Illawarra Stingrays, and Stingrays high up in the league. So that is a very interesting result, possibly in progress there. Chirac slams one off the defender for an inter. Now Stingrays currently losing, so that'll be of great interest to the teams playing at Popondetta Park. Stingrays are second, and in Edmonton, it's the league leaders Mount Druitt hosting third place Manly United, but 0-0 into the second 45. Oh no, we go to goal. There's been a goal. There's been a goal at Popondetta Park, but for who? Justin Davies. We'll get back to that. Mount Druitt have scored, but who was it? We'll get back to it. In swinging corner coming up for Inter. Chirac wanted to head, but it didn't get to it. Spartans good defending, and Chu slams it into Visser, but Inter should have enough people back in the way, or maybe they don't. Daga, few plays in front of him. One of them's Lynch. Lynch can move it right to Vinuya, but Vinuya will get to this and will run at. So she played it past King. Oh, sorry, my apologies. That's past Vinuya. Trying to get away from Katsionis, and that's good footwork. Drag back into the inter-captain. Spartans now have a corner. Okay, I don't even know why I asked who scored for Mount Druitt. Well, it's the most obvious answer possible, because she keeps doing it. Lena Kamas has given Mount Druitt Town Rangers the lead, a 1-0 lead over Manly United. Death, taxes, and Lena Kamas being open 8 yards out from goal. Some things never change. All the Spartans runners starting at the far post before moving in for this delivery from Rosandich. And it's headed at the near post. Vinuya had a shot, but it was nowhere near the power to get through the crowd. And Inter decide the best option was to kill. I love shouting out my media. I mentioned Alvina Marie Kashaba of Wanderers, a star on the futsal court, and one-time futsal reporter Justin Smith very pleased to hear that Alvina Marie Kashaba, who has also had junior Matildas call-ups in the recent months. Justin's pleased to see that one of our futsal superstars has scored. While I'm talking about futsal, it might be time to soft launch some upcoming commentary I have, because as Lynch skews one off the boot and King will just let it run over the sideline, I will have the commentary for the Women's Winter Futsal League semi-finals and grand final. As that is good goalkeeping from McIntyre, but yes, 2 semi-finals at Blacktown Sports Park on Saturday the 5th of July. And then the final also at Blacktown Sports Park on Saturday the 12th of July. El Sadiq wants to turn and face forward. Tracked by Rosandich. As an option. I think that's Ella Martins. Now, it's a good turn from. You could say Belinda made a sharp turn, right? Yes, thank you. And some nice ball as well. Chu getting forward from right back. Little spin. Moving inside, looking for an option. El Sadiq. That's it back. And then just a loose touch there. And then Spartans free kick. Not sure what for. Maybe just a little tug of the jersey. But yes, we continue to go around the grounds. Yes, well, we did say UNSW leading RP Leichhardt by 3-0 at half-time, but RP have since pulled a goal back in the second half. And so if UNSW's goals, I think it was Marcela Santos free kick. There's been a few free kicks this weekend. Then a goal from Annalise Rasmussen, I think, and that's 2 former League One women's players, by the way. Very happy with that. And the third goal coming from Angelique Christodoulou, giving RP Leichhardt some you didn't want her action. As Hughes can't shield it, so Spartans have it, but her inter-teammates pressing, forced back to Stewart, the keeper. wearing a cap still, despite, well, you know what player superstitions are like. I mean, and to be fair, I wouldn't change my gear at halftime either. It's very much nightfall here in Ruby Hill. Caciones. And then this could be a loose pass because Darga's onto it. But the touch goes the way of Emma Chu. Emma Chu, bit of a stumble, so Darga wins it back. Looking to settle it. Standard open player. There's Keller. Keller looking to play a little bit deeper, almost like an attacking midfielder in the second half after she led the line for the Spartans in much of the first half. And now there's King. Chirac, the touch will work. Should get to Hughes, but good defending from Rich. Thomas on to chase, but that's too straight. And picked up right at the edge of the area by Ashley McIntyre. And also, yes, that's right, the other update we have from NPL Women's, well, it's a team, another team, actually. What do you know? All the teams that were recently promoted, they're doing well. I wonder if there's something in that. But anyway, Gladesville Ravens leading 2-0 away to MacArthur Rams. The goals from Alyssa Insard, former Spartan, by the way, Insard, and also from Bianca Galich. Now, Vissa can turn. Waiting for an options. And calling for options, I believe, as well. Decides to go back to Rosandic. Centre back run, and then the flag's up. Flag is up against Keller. Justin Davies. More eagle-eyed to me than this occasion, although it'd be hard to have worse vision than me, let's be honest, but has noticed that the visitors are cooking up a substitute. And it's a good shift. Unsung hero stuff there from Mia Mikulitsi, number 7. She makes way. Close to the hour mark here. And the usual ritual of waiting for a player to turn around. 18, thank you, Justin. Number 18 is Gabriela Ferreira. Looks to be straight swap, so Ferreira in midfield, occupying the role that Mia Mikulitsi had. Isolated handball shouts. Ref said no. Lynch overplays that one. Paris Benuya is now back on the left side of the Spartans formation after starting the second half on the right side. Ball out from the back for Inter. Hughes, did you find a teammate? No. Mohammadi gets there first. Settled. Is that Katsianis? Martin's dropping deep to help. Ball threaded through. Laid off that. Nice. Manuya's putting the pressure on defensively. Korsha just keeps possession. Now, Katsianis again. Then Martin's providing the option. Heard the shout from King, the left back. A couple of people thought that went out. Instead, will that be... It will be a free kick. Now, might be time to plug some upcoming streams. Let's start with our upcoming League One women's streams. And in 7 days' time, a blockbuster. We've been waiting for this one. Sunday, the 29th of June, from Ernie Smith Reserve in Moorbank. It's the top of the table clash. As Hannah Chirac can't beat the challenge there. But second place, SD Raiders, hosting the league leaders, Hills United. They battle to a 1-1 draw in round 5 in front of our cameras. So we'll feature those two playing once more. Hannah Chirac having a day to remember. It's 4-0 to Inter Lions. And Chirac has a Hattie. Great off the ball movement, identified the space. There's another lob. Floated it delightfully over the keeper and into the back of the net. Spartans 0, Inter 4. You'd have to say Inter certainly didn't come here for nothing today. They've been on it from the opening whistle. after a heavy defeat to Hills United at home in their last outing 2 weeks ago. They are looking fantastic. In fact, I mean, they're looking... Yeah, they've still got enough time left to fully atone for their 7-0 defeat to Hills 2 weeks ago, because they look like they could win 7-0 today, to be honest. Quick feed from Keller. Now through ball to Visser, but McIntyre in good command of the penalty area. Hasn't been too stretched today, McIntyre, but she's done the things that she's needed to. It's the kind of goalkeeping confidence, kind of goalkeeping performance that gives defenders a lot of confidence. As the ball slams into the bleachers. And this the western side of Spartan Park. That one spectator is going to go. Please don't fall over. That one spectator is going to retrieve the ball. Thank you. While Justin Davies keenly watches Mount Druitt attacking free kick. It might be time to point out that oh, by the way, this next weekend's League One Women's Match of the Day. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff at Ernie Smith Reserve between SD Raiders and Hills. Offside against Visser. Then after that, Justin Davies will have commentary. It's a trip down to the South Coast, Saturday the 5th of July, 3 p.m. South Coast Flame against Camden Tigers from Ian McLennan Oval. I was actually at Ian McLennan Oval for the very first game of the League One Women's season. Hills United beat Flame by 2-1. And I'm glad we're back to proper footballing temperatures. So this is what I don't want warm. I don't want warm. I have enough of that with A-League women. I don't need NPL is for cold weather. And so we're glad after the kind of the March games, which invariably are warm, it's back to kind of the footballing experience I'm used to. Intercepted by Martins before giving it straight to the opposing midfielder Mira Thomas and then Mohammadi. Ball out from the back, but the spin ends up taking it behind Visser's run. Interplayed all the way to Mohammadi. Rosandic to Ganuya. Ganuya resumes a battle with Chu. It was Emma Chu defending futsal style. Are you looking at the player's eyes, not looking at the ball? Oh, I'll love to see that. And that's a nice turn from Keller. Keller. Break on the far side. Continuing to ring the changes, continuing to test Justin Meyer's eyesight. He's thinking double or triple change. El Sadiq finding himself a bit more centrally, might have given it away. Couldn't have been offside, obviously. It was off Inter. And now Vanuya's got one to chase. Vanuya. Anderson Sharp across in time. There's Anderson Sharp near that Carbiz advertisement board, which has Courtney Vine on it. And she's been doubled up on it, then the cross goes out for a goal kick. It's good to see Courtney Vine. Yes. Okay, so Justin, your eyesight good. You're on it today. You can see. Yeah, yes. He's able to. He can already. Now, just by. I don't know much about Elena Antich apart from she used to play futsal for Sydney City Eagles. But I'm going to miss them next season. But anyway, that's another matter. Next futsal season. Also, I think Elena Antich looks like Matilda McNamara from Adelaide United. In fact, maybe when Elena was at Arpia, maybe I thought she was Matilda McNamara for a brief moment. Who can say? Now, she's about as tall as Matilda, judging by if it's the player I think it is, standing in front of the bench. There's a cheer at Wanderers Football Park. No idea why, because those cheers haven't really matched any of the goal-scoring action. Anyway, long-range shot and one hop off the turf, and almost misjudged by Ella Stewart, but it's all fine. She's got a body behind it, and that's what matters. trying the left side. Oh, and first time pass from Hughes. Did the flag lay down? It's going to go up. Chirac got caught. She will not add to it. 3-goal tally for this evening's action. What a day for Hannah Chirac. Okay, but yes, by the way, Stingrays have equalised against the Wanderers at the other side of the driveway. Well, at least the teams aren't making subs at the same time, so that's good. Mira Thomas is going off the field. Angelique Lynch is off the field as well, so now we have to wait for these plays to turn around. Spartans double sub. It's good. It's always good when the media work together. And believe it or not, there are some Football New South Wales media who do not go anywhere near the commentator during games. I've never been able to figure that one out. But number 15 is Lauren Wickrama-Rutner. So I think he sees 7, which would be Ella, if indeed Justin is correct. And indeed he is. Back underway. Chloe Hain boots it. Emma Chu keeps it in. Down, and Hughes tried to turn it but couldn't get past Hain. Now Hughes, second effort there, and Mohammadi, the keeper was coming, but Mohammadi not prepared to take any chances, resulting in it into corner. There's the delivery, and need to get the first touch on it, but it can't be really played goalwards. They're going to make a nuisance of themselves. It's still going. Hughes with a shot. It's blocked. Chirac takes a tumble, but nothing doing there. And to be fair, no appeals for a penalty either. Now, good ball here, and it might break for Hughes. Hughes shoots, and it's a wild effort. Nothing like the earlier precise chip, which was Inter's third goal of the day. Sub coming up, so yep, Inter making a double sub. Thank you for not making a double sub at the same time as Spartans, by the way, John DiBiase. Really appreciate it. Now, Emma Chu is going to make way, and Hannah Chirac, well, a hat-trick and an early mark. Great day for Hannah Chirac. Now, if Justin Davies is right, Elena Antich will be the player replacing Hannah Chirac on the left side of Inter's attack. We do see a number 14, which is Madeline Timms. And so we have 2 straight swaps there. So new right back and new left winger for Inter. Now, Benuya. Madeline Tim straight into the action and doing the primary job of the fullback, not letting anyone get past her. Another nondescript cheer comes from Wanderers Football Park. Elsadik wanted a decision, which is not forthcoming. Great challenge from Kiara Kosha. Goes direct. That's not going to swing towards a teammate, although they needed the touch from Mohammadi because Antich was sneaking in at the back post. Corner number 5 of the evening for Inter. Kosha to take the kick from the flag. Decent. Keeper's under pressure. Decent punch. Headed back into the mix. And another header. And, oh, that's great. Goalkeeping. We always teach keepers when they make a dive to get back up as quickly as possible. Ella Stewart getting a well-justified round of applause because she's sure she was on the synthetic turf, but got up quickly and flew like Superwoman back towards the goal line. Caught the ball. Didn't let it cross the line either. That's a great save. And now down the other end, Milena Visser. Goal kick. Great defending by Anderson Sharp. Not only prevented the cross, got the goal kick as well. Goal kick taken. Now, some good footwork there from Ferreira. More tidy work there from Martins. Back to Anderson Sharp. El Sadiq. Well, El Sadiq, I did want to make this note. Rocking what I like to call the Viviana Miedema look, short sleeves and gloves. To me, it makes sense. Your hands get colder. The extremities get colder first, therefore you need gloves before you need long sleeves. He's going about it the right way. Morris drops deeper. Mohammadi is the open player. Interlines leading by 4-0 over the Spartans. The final 20 minutes of this stream game for Football New South Wales League 1 Women's Round 17. Spartans on the move. Some options in the middle. Cross is defended. And then booming clearance towards the centre circle. Interleading was a hat-trick from Hannah Chirac. What a day. She quadrupled her tally for the season in white. It's not even 70 minutes of action. Well done to Hannah. The other goal coming from Jenny Hughes. Now Antic putting the pressure on Mohammadi. That's Keller for the run. She'll slow down now. Looking for Visser, and the keeper hesitated, so Visser will keep this in. Now it's up to her teammates to provide options. And then the backwards pass, intercepted, now can into break. Hughes, it's unfortunate the pass ended up behind Hughes. She was starting to pull into some space. Justin has pointed out that another double sub is coming up. Of course, you do get a maximum of 5 subs, but only 3 substitution windows plus half. With any subs that made at halftime not counting as one of the windows being used. That's why, yeah, basically from 2020 onwards, there have been a lot more double subs than there used to be. And Justin speculating that Charlotte Woods and Georgia Sarkeesian would be the ones coming on. I would suggest to anyone about to come on, yes, do your best to keep warm because it's very cold here at Ruby Hill at the moment. Sponsor boards in. Spartan Park getting a bit of a workout there. Now, Visser being the target there, and then in fact it's going to be pulled back for a Spartans free kick. Hughes and Kosher, good shifts from both of them. Making way, a bit of an early mark. 2 more subs coming on. So Justin thinks it's Wood and Sarkeesian. I see a 4, and Madeline Timms is already on the field, so that must be 34 Georgia Sarkeesian. So she's replacing Jenny Hughes as into centre forward. Actually, no, there's Charlotte Wood as well, who's also number 4. My apologies, but I still think that's Georgia Sarkeesian. Back underway. Boom forward. Touch off Visser. Cleared by El Sadiq. It is Georgia Sarkeesian up front. Got an option to her left, which is Antid. Coming off the bench. Cuts inside. Now shoots from range and pretty comfortable save for Stewart. Into the final quarter of an hour here at Rudy Hill. It's going to be an inter-throwing on our side of the field. Timms gets the ball back. Timms tries to sneak past Vanuya and does so. El Sadiq taking over. Martins. Caciones. Spartans forcing into back. Now El Sadiq can't make it stick. Rosandich now stepping from defense into midfield and showing a bit of adventure, but also running into an inter-cul-de-sac. Ferreira. Tidy footwork. Room for Ella Martins, almost the furthest forward. She's been in free play, and they're backing off, so she will shoot. Takes the top off the synthetic turf. It's loose and cleared. So that is Chloe Hain. Yes, there's a lesson there to all the young players. Another lesson there. Was run in when there's a shot. Chloe Hain did so and made sure there wasn't going to be a tap in for Inter. By the way, another goal at Linwood Park, and the Ravens defeating MacArthur Rams by 3 goals to 0. Chloe Hain, we're going to have a pause. Chloe Hain receives treatment. Oh, red card to Manly United as they continue to trail 1-0 to Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Still 1-1 at the other side of the driveway between the Wanderers and the Illawarra Stingrays. Still, and UNSW still winning by 3 goals to 1. So I'm just trying to confirm I've got this right. Yes, that does mean the 4 most recently promoted teams from League One. Bulls FC Academy, Gladesville Ravens, University of New South Wales, and Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Pretty safe for me to say yes, this is the greatest league in the world. If you ever hear me saying that another league is the greatest league in the world, I'm just being nice. Anyway, Ella Morris kills it nicely in the center circle. Now, Nicola wheels around. Rosandich. Now Vanuya gives it back to Rosandich. The ball intercepted by, Anderson Sharp got the foot in there. Rosandich keeps it alive. Keller. Now Keller looking for Visser. Decent ball. She'll run in here. Milena Visser shoots straight at the keeper. Vanuya for the follow-up. Into scramble. Do just enough. They've got the touch off Vanuya for the goal kick as well. Well, despite the scoreline, if Paris Vanuya was able to find the back of the net, it would have been as delicious as my mother's cooking, but not to be. Not to be for Paris. All right, big run beyond the ball from Charlotte Wood. Davies is on fire with the spotting people from the other side of the bench. You haven't got one wrong yet. Well done, you. How do I become like you? Because, I mean, this is like my 224th game calling for Football New South Wales. I'm still bad at it. That should be too straight for Georgia Sarkeesian. And yes, Ella Stewart will pick it up. Zing into Wickramaratne and bounces, works out for Charlotte Wood. Now, Elena Antic. They'll deliver, it's flat. And Wickramaratne plays it straight back to Antic. Gaga. Trying to signal for ref she hadn't committed an infringement. Spartans win it back. Visser's already on the move. Keller cannot find her. Of course, Hannah Chirac will take all the headlines with her hat-trick, but I'd have to say Belinda Anderson-Sharp and Zoe Katsionis into central defensive pairing. They've been excellent today. They've got more work to do, possibly. Visser will turn. Benuya's making the run on the left. Visser looks right. People cheer at Wanderers Football Park into take over. Now, will this break for Keller? Keller, well, I think body language gave it away. She knew she was going to be offside as soon as she went near the ball. And there it is. The flag comes up. Spartans double sub is coming up. So, Priya Gakar and Rebecca Rodriguez. According to Justin Davies, who is trying to keep up his 100% record of calling this kind of thing. They are the latest players waiting to come on. And then Charlotte Wood slamming into the back of the player of the aerial challenge. And I haven't seen any cards yet, but I think the ref just calming things down. And yes, I understand having been a former reporter for a whole Football New South Wales Leagues comp. We love it when there's no cards in the featured game. Of course, I covered a men's league, so that never happened. But yes. Anyway, Eleanor Adaga is one of the players to make way, and Faris Benuya will get a bit of an early mark. So no more Filipinas on the pitch. Big sad for me specifically. Priya Gakar and Rebecca Rodriguez on the field. The whistle and the free kick. Into a good area, and might break for Visser. Anderson-Sharp in the way, and then Keller flying through the air, and has actually committed the infringement there, slamming into an inter-player. And yes, shout out to Megan who's tuning in. Hope you're keeping warm wherever you are, Megan, because that would make one of us. Ooh, it is. I mean, if I was smart, I would have closed the door to the shipping container here, the media box. But I mean, as a veteran of nighttime Spirit home games, 7:30 p.m. kickoffs that they used to have for their men's team. I mean, well, it's I don't feel the cold. The cold feels me, etc. Not even wearing gloves. It's great. Flag is up. Spartans throw. Can they get some measure of consolation? It was a foul-ish looking throw, but we'll go on. Rasandic steps past El Sadiq, tries the through ball. Katsionis, another timely intervention. Then Antic now. Nice drag back. Good ball as well. Could open up near side. There's the pass. Overlapping. And the shouts. And now, big chance coming up. El Sadiq, well, the first touch got away from her. And Ella Stewart falls gratefully on the ball. Now, Wickramaratne up in the air. Antic, touch off the thigh, but not bring it under control. That's the 85-minute mark here. Hannah Chirac hat-trick, and Goal from Jenny Hughes is what has Inter Lions leading by 4-0 over the Spartans. Eric Subihana with the commentary for you here. Keller can't trick away past multiple Inter defenders. Before I forget, I did talk about upcoming League One women's streams. Time to talk about next weekend's NPL Women's New South Wales streams. We'll hold that thought because the ball was kept in there. 2 options in the middle, but the cross is only going to find its way to Anderson Sharp. Will run it out of her own penalty area. Boomed up in the air by Chloe Hayne. Now Sarkeesian, well, she doesn't get to that. No, too many Spartans she had to compete with. Morris has got a hold of that. And the header helped on by Keller and to the goalkeeper, McIntyre. She'll be in no rush, of course, given the game situation. But streams next weekend in NPL Women's New South Wales. Sunday, 29th of June. And we start at Northbridge Oval, which will be absolutely freezing, even if it is a 2:40 p.m. kickoff, not a 5 p.m. kickoff. It's Abdul Hafiz Salam and Thomas Miletic from the United by Football podcast, I think, and Instagram platform. But those two will be calling a Bulls FC Academy versus Northern Tigers. So it's a Northern derby there for you. Just remember, Bulls, they play in Northbridge, not MacArthur. And Inter on the move. Ella Martins past the second player. Martin shoots and great save. Wonderful save from Ella Stewart. It will be a corner. And Martin's kind of the deepest lying of the Inter midfielders. Step forward. Dance past 2 players. Drew a fine save from Ella Stewart. Just briefly. More streams coming up in 7 days' time. Let's start because there's a whole heap of 5 p.m. games, and the most important of the 5 p.m. games is, of course, the game that I'm calling, which is at Cromer Park when Manly United host Newcastle Jets. Also at 5 p.m., Sydney University hosting Sydney Olympic, the Courtney Vine Derby. That's called by Melissa Muscat. Martins, I think that's Martins to deliver. Swings away from the goal into trying to keep it alive. Now, Visser can't get a touch. Madeline Timms has the backwards option. Now, Spartans have it with Rosandich. Ella Morris. Now Visser has a wide option. And the through ball flags up. Oh, started the run too early. That's a shame. But Rodriguez caught offside, I guess. Also, let's finish that thought of NPL Women's New South Wales streams for next weekend, because also at 5 p.m. on Sunday, the 29th of June, RPL Leichhardt hosting Mount Druitt Town Rangers in the Sapphire Cup final preview at Lambert Park. Teo Palizzeri with the commentary, and our new social friend, Maeve Sparrow, I think will be on the Instagram platform. If only Maeve spelt her name the proper Irish way of M-E-A-B-H, but we have to settle for M-A-E-V-E. Oh well, we can't get everything we want. Also at 5 p.m. on the 29th of June, MacArthur Rams hosting University of New South Wales. Nicola Posda with the commentary there from Linwood Park. And Illawarra Stingrays hosting Spirit FC at Macedonia Park. Tim Gibson with the commentary there. Then at the always odd kickoff time of 5:10 p.m. from the Arctic Circle, it's Gladwell Ravens hosting Western Sydney Wanderers Academy. Sarkeesian, shoots. One hop off the synthetic turf. Caught well by Stewart. And sounds odd to say the keeper in a 4-0 loss has been good, but I think Ella Stewart has actually been good this evening. She boots it long. Justin Davies has had enough. Putting the laptop away, time to get some post-match quotes. Wouldn't it really irritate you if a goal was scored while you're heading down there? Yeah, yes. Anyway, Elena Antic loses out. And Antic, well, hasn't given up here. Sliding tackle on the far side of the field. She would have really looked like Matilda McNamara doing that sliding tackle. Anyway, Spartans throw. More energy from the bench. We're now in stoppage time here. Can't be too much longer before Inter record their officially record their sixth win of the season. That's a nice ball from Visser, and Gakar's away. Gakar crosses, keepers up, and will claim the ball. In fact, no, it's actually going to go back to an offside. Hang on, we got an indirect free kick, I think. Hey, Justin, indirect free kick, right? Yeah. Well, the rule is, I think the players haven't quite spotted. Yeah, there we go. That's ref has ruled to the spot, and indirect free kick inside the box. Do not see this too often. What can Spartans cook up here? Almost their last chance to get onto the score sheet. As Justin Davies walks over to get a better position of this rather unusual piece of action. And of course, pretty much every interplay on the goal line. Of course, you got to see a touch. It's got to touch someone before it goes in for it to count as a goal. So, what Spartan's going to do here? Real crowd in front of Ashley McIntyre as well, the Inter shot stopper. The ref keeping a close eye on any goal area shenanigans. Here we go. There's the touch, there's a shot, and it's scooped over. And Inter love that. Inter, we've kept, take a quick look at my notes, 3 clean sheets in the league, plus another clean sheet in their Sapphire Cup win over Bankshire Tigers. By the way, a game that had to be rescheduled because the refs didn't turn up. Anyway, need to survive that action, but they might have to do more defending. Morris is here. Morris shoots, and that's the full-time whistle. So it's a very successful outing for Inter Lions. A 4-0 win over the Spartans. Hannah Chirac is the hero with a hat-trick and 3 lovely left-footed finishes. One for those of you that subscribe to the theory that all left-foot goals are beautiful. Jenny Hughes scored the other goal for Inter Lions, and it's their 6th win of the season. They move to 20 points, and depending on how other results shake up, maybe a decent chance of them to climb up one spot and maybe more in the Football New South Wales League One Women's table. One last plug for the review of round 17 of League One Women's. It'll be on the Football New South Wales League socials right now. Justin Davies busy compiling that one for you, and there'll be plenty of action across on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel next weekend across women's and men's competitions. Keep an eye out on the live tab. But for now, signing off from the shipping container here at Spartan Park, and on behalf of Football New South Wales Sportscast and today's camera operator Mick, this is Eric Subihano signing off from Rudy Hill. Thanks for your support of Football New South Wales streams and Football New South Wales League One Women's. Stay warm, we hope to see you soon. The final score here from Rudy Hill, Blacktown Spartans 0, Inter Lions 4.